Here on KAZ Radio, where I have one of my most favorite shows, Stella Girl Radio, with Stella Lewis. Take it away, Stella.
Hey y'all, what's going on this evening? Again, thank you for stopping in here because you could have been someplace else. Hey, listen, y'all. Y'all know I love getting it in, and y'all know I love great topics. Well, tonight it's all about financial honesty. Yeah, are you afraid of talking about finances, especially when you're about to share a roof? I was listening to some ladies, well, basically just on a group that I'm in, and this one lady, she had divorced her husband, and she got her little house and she had some children, but her children were grown, like she had one in college and two still home, but one of them was in and out of the house, whatever. And she got with a guy, they moved into each other, and they've been living together for 2 years. Then she said, I pay for, my kids' stuff, and I pay, the bills, basically what I was paying, and I still pay my little mortgage. The guy that she moved in with, he pays utilities and other little things in the house, buy groceries, put gas in the car. Okay. But then she makes a statement, but he makes more money than me. I'm struggling a little bit. We gonna have it, but I'm afraid to have the conversation about finances. When do we talk about it? I was like, now it should have been talked about before now. I'm like, are you serious? Are you serious? What part of this did you not think about before you allowed a person to come into your house? I mean, I understand that you feel like, okay, I've been paying my own bills. I've been doing what I need to do. So why would I burden him with my stuff? It's my stuff. It's me and my kids. Okay. But he had stuff too when he came. Yeah. And that's all right that he had stuff when he came. Now, my thing is this. You have the financial conversation because one or two things. One, you have to know whether or not which how can I really want to lay this out correctly because this is my opinion. Y'all know I'm transparent and I'm a woman with an opinion. There's no judgment. When you get ready to share a roof with a person, you need to know whether or not they're coming in with an intent, with an end result. Are we just living together and you just gonna pack up and go when you want to? We're gonna live together 6 months, you just stopping in. What exactly is this moving in together is about, first and foremost? Then before they decide to put the key in the door, before you go make that second key, you need to really lay everything out on the table, because regardless of what you think, you need to know, because I mean, why do you feel like you're going to lose your love if you tell the truth? If you got some stuff that you need to put on table, we all need to put everything on table. We need to know what the utilities is. We need to know what we're paying for rent or for a mortgage. We need to know, the cable bills, the car bills, the insurances, whichever of all of that we need to know. We need to know the basics. It's not about just a good credit score anymore. The credit score is the credit score regardless, but we need to know what all monies we are pulling together to live in harmony. Otherwise, you're going to be in the situation and you're going to try to figure out how you're going to do something when you don't know what you're going to do something with what. How you know that there's extra? How you know there isn't extra? How do you know that if something happens to either one of you, that the other one can handle everything or not? Is there a hidden agenda? What is it that we're doing? I'm just saying it makes no sense. If you feel like, if you lay everything on the table, like, daggone, I got that old bill, that old medical bill stuff, and this, that, and the other. He don't need to know that, or she don't need to know that. Well, I got student loans out the wazoo. I ain't been paying them anyway, so why they need to know? It's about honesty. It's about trusting the person that's laying next to you. It's about having your full brain in the point of knowing that this person seriously has your back. And even, like you say, sometimes, but you never know. You in any relationship, you just don't. You don't know what exactly is out there. But when you come up with honesty, you can't look at what the other person is gonna do. You only can go by what you yourself do. So if you come in forthcoming, transparent, and say, this is what it is, this is what I have, this is what I make, what we doing. But we need to know what we doing before the move-in even comes. Anytime you get ready to share a roof, you need to know what exactly you working with. On any type of thing, you need to know. Because I've been married 3 times, y'all know that, okay? That was my era. I always felt like I can take care of me and my girls, and as long as I take care of them, I can go and do whatever. However, that was the biggest mistake of my life. All 3 times. Well, the first time we were kids, we neither one of us had nothing. We were children. We were barely 18, 19 years old, getting married. Didn't have no kids, didn't have no reason. We just wanted to get married. But still, the discussion was never had. When you are not confident in bringing the hard stuff to the table, a lot of stuff gets hidden. A lot of stuff gets swept up under the carpet. You're just constantly in fear of losing the person that you're talking to. If you know for a fact that this person is truthful and really want to be the stand-up person that you've been dealing with, he's not going to be, or she's not going to be somebody different. You know how that happens. You with this right here, and then all of a sudden a whole different person comes to the ball game. That can be an issue. That can be an issue. So the next thing is, are you feeling like if you taking care of everything, that's just like I said before, in a relationship, should you still share? If we need to know what needs to be done in case of an emergency, that will help so much with the emergency. If I get sick and I go into the hospital, can you handle the mortgage by yourself? Can you handle both the car notes by yourself? At least until the FMLA kicks in. Do we even have FMLA? Do you have short-term disability at your job? What insurances do we have available to us just in case something happens? Am I listed on there for now? You're listed on mine. I'm just letting you know. Yes, if this happens, this happens. Daycare situations. Who are you going to help me? Or, I don't need help because their dad takes care of their stuff. You have to know the child support, alimony, whatever. When you're sharing a roof, you are sharing life. When you are sharing life, you are sharing everything. Whether you are married or not, you are sharing a roof. And when you're sharing the roof, you have the opportunity to make things go and grow if you are honest. It's when you're not honest and you want to hide stuff, or lie about stuff, or either make it be more about you. She don't need to know what I make. She don't need to know. He don't need to know that I get $600 worth of child support. Why did he need to know that? Blah, 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 blah. But at the same time, he's bringing food in the house and your kids is eating it up, regardless of the $600 that you get every week for child support. And you feel like you don't need to explain. Well, sure you do. Yes, it's your children's money for them, but again, what is the money used for? Are you using it for daycare? Are you using it for groceries? Are you using it to pay insurance? What are you using it for? We need to know what the money is used for. Honesty. Honesty. It's about that. How can you have a true foundation in a relationship if you cannot be honest about how you're gonna live together? How you gonna how are you gonna, you know, we talk about having these great men and these great women in our lives. And you have these alpha males that come out and I pay everything. Well, okay, if you pay everything, how you paying everything and what you paying it with? How do you have this tremendous job that pays XYZ? Again, the girl, the woman that you're with, if you're paying for everything, then how is she supposed to with her money? What does she do? What do you expect? Do you expect her to just buy all the groceries? Do you expect her to when y'all go out, you got a hella fine job that you can pay everything, all both car notes, all the insurances, the rent, the utilities, this, that. You got a magnified job. That's some stuff right there. My great granddaddy did all of that for my great grandmother. And that was funny, but he had 3 jobs. She was a domestic, but they shared with each other what they had. Whatever her heart's desire, my great granddaddy went out there and got it for her. He worked at a furniture store. He worked at a hardware store. He salmonized and cleaned cars on the weekend and had a lawn service. He did what he needed to do, but Granny knew what was going on. And they just shared. They shared. And, you know, they was married over 50 years. But when you want to hide things, then the lies come. Then the deceit, you know, it just starts to crumble because you started your foundation together with hiding. There's no honesty. Honesty in finances is not to just to say, this is mine, this is yours, and I'm not paying for that. Blah, blah, blah. It's not about that. It's just to say, this is what I have. You don't have to have one hand out here and the other one behind your back saying, this is what I got. This is what I got right here. But over here in this hand, you got like this. And you're hiding. It makes no sense. You have to trust the person that you are laying down next to. And if you don't, there should not be no lay. There should not be no key given. There shouldn't be, we're going to move in together. We're going to have this happily ever after if we cannot even talk about finances. There shouldn't be a fight. There shouldn't be no, this is mine, this is yours. No, it's ours. I don't care you're married or not. When you're sharing a roof, you've already made a decision. This is the person you want to be with. Unless you'd have made an arrangement. You're going to stay here for how long? 6 months? Well, this is what I expect. And what do you expect from me? This is what we doing. We splitting everything down the middle? Okay, we splitting everything down the middle. It don't matter then what you got and what I got. It doesn't matter at that point because you have no commitment per se to be with each other for a long period of time. That's not even an option on what it is that you want to do and how you want to go forward with this person. This is just a layover. And if it's just a layover, he need to lay over on that couch, not lay over with you. I'm just saying. I'm just saying. So it's just like when you don't put it all on the table, in my opinion, I'm just going over my notes, make sure I don't miss anything, is that, the trust will never be established if you don't lay it out there. It will never be established. You will never be able to say, I'm going out this weekend, whatever. Excuse me, I'm going out this weekend. And I know if I spend this amount of money, he ain't gonna pay that. We not gonna have no money for this over here because he ain't gonna give me no extra or whatever. And you don't even know if he got extra. he don't know. And then, if you are planning on marrying each other, how are you gonna build if you don't know what you got to build with? You don't know what type of materials you're going to be able to build your relationship. You're not going to have no goals. You're just going to exist with each other. And that gets old. It gets hurtful. It gets nasty. And that's both of your ways out the door. It's like, we're just existing. We're not living. We're not building. We're not showing our kids anything. We're not showing each other's children anything if they both are involved. We're being selfish. We're being untruthful. We're, because kids listen. So if you're on the phone talking smack to your girlfriend, girl, he ain't did this, and blah, blah, blah. I knew I should have never let him move in here. Well, no, you shouldn't have. Because you should have known what you need to know. He should have been able to show you whatever, and the vice versa. Don't be inviting that chick to come over there and she got baby kids with her, and they're going to tear up your stuff, and then you're going to get mad, and why she can't pay for it because she didn't have no money in the first place, and you thought you was going to rule it, and it's not that way because you didn't discuss what you wanted. It was all about the hoopla. And to say this is somebody you want to be with. I love it at him. I love it at her. And we just gonna move in together and we don't care what nobody got to say. We just saying what we want to say. And that's where all the madness comes in. Oh, but the moral of it is don't be afraid to talk about money. Money can be the root of all evil if you have the intent of not sharing. It can be the root of all evil in your relationship if you do not feel that you need to disclose to the person that you plan on being with, that you claim that you're going to take care of, you're going to love, you want to do all of these things for, both of you on both sides. You have to come in with the true intent of being there for each other, loving on each other, which means taking care of each other and spending equally. And there's gonna be times, seriously, there are gonna be times. And when I say spend equally, I mean give equally. If I'm giving you my 100%, not my 100% of my check. Now, I'm not saying that. I'm not saying 100% of a check of money. I'm saying when you get ready to get paid, you already got a list of things that you're going to do. Okay, they gonna give me $50 for this. Okay, he said he's gonna pay the electric bill. That's $125. Okay, I told him that I was gonna pay on the credit cards. This is how much we're paying on the credit cards this month. Okay, the grocery bill is $200. Okay, we said we was going in together with that. Okay, all this money is all set up on the side, and we're going over these things. And it should be, when you get finished, have a drink of wine and call it a day, because we have to live. And you have to be comfortable with what it is that you're doing. It's not, Mr. Man, I'm going to give you $300 and you do what you need to do with it. Well, I need to go to the spa and I need to buy 2 new dresses for this event we going to, and nothing gets done. But you told me do what I needed to do with it. That's what I needed. But see, that's wrong. That's wrong. You have to be able to talk about it. Lay it on the table. Sit down, talk about it. That's it. Just be honest. What is it that you want to do? If you think that this woman's going to take all your money or she just wants you for your money, then you need another chick. Same thing for the girl. Okay, if you think that you make more money than him and he wants the money and you know what else, then move on. You can't have a thing where you are walking into stuff blinded and everything fall apart if something happens. Because life happens, but how you gonna pull through it? Who's gonna take care of the children? We can't always call mama and daddy. We grown. We need to have a plan. If we living under the same roof, yeah, that's what we need to do. We grown folks, we are not children. And if you playing the role and you want to move in with each other, you need to know a lot of times we move in together to help one another. And that's okay too. Again, that's what I'm saying. If that is the plan, you coming over here to move in, bruh man be like, well, I'm just going to go over here and stay with her for 6 months till I get myself together and get this other stuff, this promotion on the job, then I'm out. Well, okay, so was that a scheme all along? Or is that something you should have told her so she could have just prepped herself and been done with it instead of you embarrassing her, making everybody think that you're going to be her man, and that wasn't even the thing. You just was using her for financial gain. That was it. Ladies, don't be scared. Please don't be scared to talk about finances. We know the guys, most of them think that we are after their money. If their money is just that little bit, leave them where they at. If they're afraid that you're going to take them or take their money and that's all you want from them, leave them where they at. Leave them where they at because they don't have enough. They got enough for them. They don't have enough for you. I'm just saying. Yeah, no, I'm just saying. I got an opinion. I'm transparent. I have to say it. I have to say it. I want you guys to have great relationships. I've been through it. I've been through it all. I've been through it all. The only thing I ain't been through is with a man with a whole bunch of money that want to spend it all on me, but still think I want more than what he's doing for me. Ain't had that one yet. But he gonna know. He gonna know. But it's just about knowing what's going on up under your roof and living in harmony and honesty and laying it on the table. That's it. That's it. Well, tonight I'm gonna start with our announcements, and I hope this helps somebody else out there, and especially if you are out here dating and you find somebody that you think you want to spend a lot of time with, a everyday thing with. There's something that needs to be discussed. Don't just let somebody move in with you out of convenience for them, or if you make the decision and say that you want to move in with each other for financial reasons, then you need to know what those financial reasons are, whether it's to help each other in a time of need and you guys are willing to be roommates. That's something totally different, but you just have to make it plain what it is and how it is you're going to go forward. It may blossom into something that's amazing, because neither one of you have experienced the fact that you do have an open relationship in finances. You're talking to each other about what it is that you're going to do. And when things change financially, you need to discuss again. That should be an open thing. It should not be a sore spot that you cannot discuss without feeling that if I say something, he gonna be so upset or she gonna be mad because I spent $1,500 on these tennis shoes. If you spent $1,500 on tennis shoes and all the bills are paid and everything is done and you did what you were supposed to do, okay, Mr. $1,500, did that hurt anything? Because we all got something, some type of fetish that we have that we need to do or that we want. But just know it should not bother anything that's going on in the house. Nothing. I like to travel. So that's my thing. So, but you can believe you me that I'm going to have everything done that I need to have done before I do the other. Because a guy has some money too to spend. Well, you guys, I hope you love this conversation, and please leave your comments and where you're viewing from. And we're about to do the announcements. I got a thing that now that I would like to start doing on a regular, on a weekly basis, and that is our vendor of the week. And I love going to pop-ups and vendor shows and all these things to support my vendor friends. I love y'all so very much. You always include me in everything, and I appreciate you so very much. So the vendor of the week is D Flawless Bags and Accessories, Donna McVeigh. She is a very, very, very dear friend. She is a great follower and a great leader in her business. She has a new location, and I'm sorry I didn't get it from her, but I think she's in the Lushmere area, I think. I can't remember where her new location is, but she's online and she has a lot of nice bags, a lot of nice evening gowns now. She's spreading out to formal wear. She also has a lot of jewelry and different things of that nature. And I am just so proud of her. We have gone way back. Her and I met back over at University Hospitals, and she is such a great friend of mine. And now, oh yes, sister, I appreciate you so very much. I love you, my sister. And the next announcement is February 12th, the Pajama Cabaret party at 4181 West 150th at the Four Points Sheraton right off of 271. This is presented by Ladies of Divine Distinction. The tickets are $175 for a couple. This ticket includes your ticket to the event, your room, dinner, late checkout, and breakfast the next morning. $140 gives you one ticket and the rest of everything else. $65 is no room and for a couple, and $35 is a single ticket with no room. DJ No Request is going to rock the house, you guys. He's going to keep us rocking and moving all night long until 1:30 a.m. Also, we're going to have vendors, and more vendors. We're going to have a good time. Check-in is at 3 p.m. We're going to have access to the pool so you can go swim if you want to before, and we're going to be doing what we need to do. September 3rd through the 11th, all inclusive, y'all. I'm going to Egypt. Yes. Anybody wants to go, come on. We about to do it. And we are going with EF Go Ahead Tours. This agency is the tour people for the Olympics. They are amazing. This is all inclusive, including your airfare. If you feel that their airfare is a little expensive, you can try and get your own, no problem. But a passport is needed. All right, ladies and gentlemen, I want to thank you one more time for stepping in tonight with Stella and Stella Girl Radio Podcast. I got a tickle right there. I want to let you know my eyes are to see you, my ears are to hear you, my shoulders are for you to lean, my arms are to hold you and hug you, but my heart is to love you. Ladies and gents, y'all have a good night. Stella Starlights.